Yeah. Pressure.
Hey yo, fuck them niggas, you don't believe in me. I'm the voice of reason, no need no sign to speak. My body language standoffish, so don't play with me. The chess piece, I move in all directions on the joining knees. The light ball is lit when I spit, better than your current. Favorite rappers look disastrous when they performing. I send shots, no subliminal without warning. A option route think is a fade, but a post corner remember me. Dancing in the end zone, apparently they catch the ball and fumble it. And this are you comparing me. Under 17 birds, just ad hurts. On the lead of the speaker of Proverbs. They put too many colors in boxes, they all nerds. If it's the #1 pick any foreign, then it's a spur. Look, they just a game manager, that's word to Cam. I'm a different breed, comparing state to a can of spam. I put it all on the line and don't sniff it. These corny ass rappers real junkies, so they don't get it. I spit dope, nigga. Every line, every bar, straight coke, nigga. And I do it all the time, look. You can't get full or small fries or wolf in sheep clothing. He fit cause he undersized, nigga. I wear the crown cause I'm meant for it. Planet Fitness for the throne cause I'm fit for it. The rap God.
I'm in a spinning mood today and I don't need a reason. Dark shades in every Polaroid but doing heavy cheesing. In a room full of all smoke but we do the breathing. We at odds with the other side but we getting even. 380 in the go yard, my bitch gon' do some squeezing. You niggas paid to go far, the grinders call that treason. I keep accepting those calls until them slavers free them. Even though the hood fucked up and he the reason. My wrongs was done trying to get right. My man gave me a dirty strap, he said if you get caught, you gon' get life, yeah. Word to every lie detector, I know pie stretches. They gon' need a study in Harvard to dissect this. Man, I'm lying, I ain't really from there. I said I'm lying, I ain't really seen squares. I saw the plug and had my money prepared. My flair for the turbulence like niggas flying on Sped. Bought the phone down in Norfolk, that shit slide like a chair. Digi-scale to the passenger, the driver prepared. You better learn how to cook, stop getting fiends to prepare. We put niggas on t-shirts and crack a smile when you wear it. Philly nigga, from my head to my feet. You made a mistake by telling your bitch you was street. I'm ballin', I do a foul whenever she bump into me. 7th letter, nigga, I been the G. We got that white shit that don't come with no skis. The neck 20 degrees. I know shooters from MP to Belize. You burnt the bridge, I built the rap with the tree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring him back now. Bring Slay back now. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Sleeper by way of Hog Media. You know what Sleeper is doing. You've been seeing it all over the place, but it really don't matter unless you're getting it from me, man. Sleeper is giving out a free $20 entry, no deposit needed. When you use the code LBSBMVP, you see it on the bottom of the screen right here. Get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Sleeper will take care of you. Best betting variety in the business. Easy withdrawal process. Sleeper. Go ahead and tap in. The Philadelphia Eagles got a lot of things to decide, a lot of things to discuss, and it is just getting interesting this week for me. This is probably one of my better days in terms of how I've been feeling lately about the football team. This is one of my better days, if you want me to keep it tall, man. I'm a little more upbeat. I'm a little more excited. I like how things are going. I feel good. I feel like the season just started today for the Philadelphia Eagles. I got a new win. It's been exhausting. It's been draining. It's been a bunch of things. And we get this right here. Darius Big Play Slay, been with the Eagles the last 4 or 5 years or whatever the case may be, was just released by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have mutually agreed to go their separate ways, and the Philadelphia Eagles need to be calling Slay immediately. You already let CJ Gardner-Johnson go by and not let nothing happen there. There was rumored turmoil between CJ and Slay. If you wanted CJ back, that was your opportunity to do it. You passed on CJ not once, but twice, 3 times, 4 times. You got to go get Slay back, man. There's not a cornerback on the roster better than Slay, with the exception of Quinyon Mitchell. Everybody else will be behind Slay on every depth chart in the National Football League. You might think that Slay was bad over there with Mike Tomlin and those guys, but I think Slay was just in a system that he just wasn't familiar with. Slay had a lot left in the tank when he left, which is why they signed him. Slay was a healthy scratch last week. I don't know what they ain't like about Slay game, but whatever they ain't like about Slay game, we need it here. That's the bottom line, man. The Philadelphia Eagles need to get Darius Slay today. They need to go get Slay today. You need him. That's a major part of if we're going to be as good as we want to be on the back end, you know what I mean, of the season. We have the Bills still to play. We have the Commanders twice. We have Vegas, and we have the Chargers. I mean, you want to get Slay and get Slay back acclimated to where he is before the postseason starts. You have to go out there and do whatever you can to turn this football team around, and bringing back familiar faces sometimes builds chemistry. Bringing back familiar faces builds camaraderie. Bringing back familiar faces is what you need to do. You already let Mekhi Becton go. He's a healthy scratch somewhere. You let Slay go. Healthy scratch last week. Milton Williams has been hurt. You know what I mean? Kellen Moore out of the playoffs. Everybody that left the Philadelphia Eagles last year is doing bad without us, with the CJ been bounced around twice. That ain't exactly success, but he's finding a way to turn it around. So I think you should go do it, man. I think you should go do it. It makes all the sense in the world if you're a Philadelphia Eagle. If you're Howie Roseman, it makes all the sense in the world. You didn't follow what I thought you should have did and go get a guy like what's his name? I wanted to see some of what's the dude that played for Dallas, man? Y'all know how I am with names, man. What's the dude that played for Dallas? I wanted to see what was his name, man? The defensive player of the year ball, man. But I wanted them to go ahead and get a vet. Bottom line, I wanted them to go ahead and get a vet. And at the end of the day, it didn't pan out. They decided to go with a vet in Adoree Jackson, but it just didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It just didn't make any sense. You have swirling news right now coming out of Philadelphia Eagle by way of just a lot of reports that are coming out of Philadelphia. They're saying that Jalen Hurts has refused. Stephon Gilmore, that's his name. Jalen Hurts has refused to run the ball this season. That Jalen Hurts, at some point in the beginning of the season, bro, has informed the team that he would like to not run the ball, which is one of his strengths. And people are running with this narrative as if they believe it's 100% true. The lies that have been on Jalen Hurts' name have to be studied. These guys are lying and making shit up at the most rapidest rate. Why would a guy who averages 70 rushing yards in the Super Bowl, played in 2, not want to run the ball anymore, bro? Why would he? You know what I mean? Shout out Eagle Swag Nation. Thank you for the super chat. What's up, LB? Just tuning in. What's the buzz? The buzz is Slay just got replaced. Well, not Slay got replaced. The buzz is Slay just got cut out of Pittsburgh, and we're trying to see if we should go out there and acquire Slay. I say yes. I don't care who says no. I say yes over here, man. The lies on Jalen Hurts' name have been remarkable. There's talk saying that Jalen Hurts is refusing to run the ball. He doesn't want to run the ball. All of this stuff, man, that people are just making up about Jalen Hurts is remarkable, man. It's remarkable. And you got to start calling a liar, man. You just got to. Jalen Hurts leads the league in rushing attempts for a quarterback, man, with 84. He leads the league in rushing attempts for a quarterback with 84. Caleb Williams extends plays a lot. He's 5th on the list. The Jets had Justin Fields 4th on the list. Drake May 3rd. Josh Allen 2nd. And Jalen Hurts 5th. Why they got to lie on this man's name so much, bro? Now, I understand the majority of them aren't designed runs, but he's still getting outside the pocket and making things happen. He is still running the ball when we need him to run. He had 2 rushing touchdowns against against the Cowboys week 1? Why are they making things up? Why are they making things up? Listen to this. Eagles offense, highest hitch route rate in the National Football League, lowest crossing route rate in the National Football League, and bottom 5 in pre-snap motion. But these are the things that they don't want to talk about. It gets uglier. Bottom 2 in play action fakes. A.J. Brown lines up in the slot less than any other wide receiver in the National Football League. This is the most predictable offense ever. Instead of focusing on that, they would focus on the fact that making up a rumor that Jalen Hurts is saying he doesn't want to run the ball when he leads the league in rushes for quarterbacks. It just doesn't make any sense, bro. They are grasping at straws trying to make anybody the scapegoat here. But, you know, I've been saying this. You know what I mean? Agori Journey, thank you for the super chat. Big play Slay will make a difference. Absolutely, he'll make a difference. That's a difference-making move that we need to go after. LB, I watched the clip earlier. I want your thoughts. How about Pattulo move to the booth, call plays so he can see the field better like Vic does? My man just hit me up about that yesterday. I think actually that would be a great move in terms of helping Kevin Pattulo and getting Kevin Pattulo on track. I think that'd be a great move right there, man. Move Kevin Pattulo to the box where Vic Fangio sits. That's where he sat before he was the OC. Let him, bro. Kellen Moore didn't even want your ass next to him on the sideline. Go back up there, look at the game. Maybe you can understand the flow. Something got to happen different with Kevin Pattulo, bro. Something got to happen different with Kevin Pattulo, and I think a move like that could really help bolster the stock of a guy like Kevin Pattulo. I do. So I like that move. I like that adjustment. I like how that sounds. Now, furthermore, you know, what happened at Kevin Pattulo's residence in Morristown, New Jersey, some people decided to go to his house, throw rocks or eggs, do all of that stuff. I don't agree with that type of stuff, man. I don't agree with that type of stuff. And all it takes is one bad person to give the whole Philadelphia Eagles fan base a bad rep. Now, I'm not a New Jersey Philadelphia Eagle fan. I am not a Delaware Philadelphia Eagle fan. I am not a Chester, PA Philadelphia Eagle fan. I'm not from the county. I'm from North Philadelphia. And I'll tell you this about Philadelphians. We're not paying a $6 toll to go across the bridge to throw eggs at somebody's house. That is suburban teenager behavior. Suburban teenager behavior. I speak for the streets. I speak for the trenches. We don't operate like that. So those suburb kids who did that, you know what I'm saying? That was some nut shit, and y'all should look at yourselves in the mirror and discuss. You know what I mean? That's a man family. That's all. That's a lot that go on right there. If this man lived in Philadelphia, that wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Yo, LB, love the content. Swear if we get big play Slay, I'm doing a big play Slay with the Jergens. Know what I mean? Let's go Birds. Yeah, I agree. I am a New Jersey Eagle fan, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. You could be an Eagle fan from Alaska. I'm telling you about the temperament of the people from the city of Philadelphia. We're not going. The only time we cross that bridge is when Wine and Spirits is closed on the late night to go get a bottle because New Jersey sells liquor late. We don't even really go to Cherry Hill Mall like that no more. We don't. We're not driving and paying tolls to go 10 minutes across the Ben Franklin Bridge to throw eggs at the offensive coordinator house. We're not even going in neighborhoods like that. I didn't feel comfortable going into nice neighborhoods like that until I can afford to live in them now. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphians ain't doing that. So that's what it is, bro. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that it had to happen to him. But, you know, this is interesting, though, while we're on the topic of what happened to the offensive coordinator. Howard Eskins, who I don't agree with as like a human being at all in most cases, he had a really interesting take on that. A really interesting take on that. Let me find it. A really interesting take on that. Howard Eskins, he says the New Jersey home of Eagles offensive coordinator Kevin Pattulo was vandalized with eggs early Saturday morning. According to the Morristown Police Department, per Adam Scheffner, Eagles fans can be disgusting, and Eagles' lack of offense is not his fault. The QB has to be better. He wishes that Jalen Hurts' house was egged. He's not saying that these type of things shouldn't happen to anybody. He wishes wishes that Jalen Hurts was the victim here. That's how crazy that Philadelphia media can't stand Jalen Hurts. Yo, LB, if we get Slay back, we need to find a way to get Becton back. He cleared so many lanes to Saquon through the run. Yeah, we can. I agree. I agree, man. Whatever floats your boat, but getting Slay back, I think is you got to do that, bro. KP needs to fall back. Jeffrey Lowe and Howie Roseman need to catch a flower check to Fayetteville, Arkansas, scoop up Bobby Petrino, genius OC. It could happen. It could happen. But to say that Eagles fans can be disgusting and the Eagles' lack of offense is not his fault, the QB has to be better. Why bring Jalen Hurts into this equation? His house ain't get egged. Why do these guys dislike Jalen Hurts so much? It's crazy, bro. They make up lies coming out the organization saying that he doesn't want to run the ball when he leads the league in rushing attempts. How crazy is that? And half the guys that's reporting on it, trying to make it roll legs, probably didn't even do that research. They didn't even do that research, bro. And if you look at the last 2 weeks, Jalen Hurts is actually picking up in design runs, he scored on a design run last week. He scored on a design run just last week. He ran for 70 yards in the Super Bowl twice. Why don't we use our heads, bro? We know what the real problem is. We know what the real problem is. We know what the real problem is. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is right here, but you could go to timeout. You can go to timeout and think about the things that you're saying, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. I call a spade a spade, man. I call a spade a spade. And if you got a whole handful of diamonds, you can't talk spades with me. I call a spade a spade. And if you got a handful of diamonds, you can't talk spades with me. If somebody's house gets egged, and I don't think that they deserve their house to get egged, I'm not going to bring up nobody else's name and say it's their fault, insinuating that their house should have been egged. I doubt from Howard Eskins it would have been a post showing remorse if Jalen Hurts' house would have been egged. Everybody wouldn't want to feel so sorry for Kevin Pattulo. How about keep it a bean? Keep it a buck. If Kevin Pattulo name, I'm going to keep it solid right now. If Kevin Pattulo name was Raheem Brown, they would be on his ass, the whole media. Howard Eskins would be on his ass calling for his job, bro. Calling for his job if his name was Raheem Brown, offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, who leads the league in 3 and outs. Who has A.J. Brown lined up in the slot the least. Who leads the league in hitch routes. Who's last in the league in crossing routes. Who's bottom 3 in the league in motion, pre-snap motion, who's bottom 5 in the league in play action. We have not seen a screen pass since a screen pass saw us. If his name was Raheem Brown, he'd be out the door. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you got a handful of diamonds, you can't talk spades with me, buddy. I'm just calling it how it is. The man house got egged, and Howard Eskins is on the internet saying Eagles' lack of offense is not his fault. The QB has to be better. All you had to say was his house, make his shit an omelet. Turn Jalen Hurts' house into an omelet. You think it's his fault. You think he deserved what the OC got. I don't subscribe to that, bro. Y'all got to read between the lines, man. I'm on record saying I don't care if my quarterback sky blue, burgundy, purple, or green, or whatever, as long as he win, bro. We got too much disgusting undertone BS within the media of Philadelphia, bro. Not only do we have to deal with the undertone of some of these guys who got, but first of all, bro, if you listen to WIP, man, I don't think I'm the guy for you, bro. Let's start there. If you listen to WIP, I don't think I'm the content creator for you, bro. D-Rob, thank you for the super chat. Social media wasn't around, but did McNabb and Randall get this type of hate? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Within the fan base, yes, because McNabb couldn't get the job done. If McNabb would have won 1 Super Bowl, all that time, McNabb would have been praised, bro. This is Super Bowl MVP we talking about, bro. LB, thank you for always representing for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the only source for Philadelphia football. 100%. The rest of these guys are pathetic. You got great content creators all out here, bro. They dragged Randall. I'm sure they dragged Randall. Now that I think about it. They dragged McNabb. They did. But social media wasn't around. It would be worse, bro. It would be worse, man. It would be worse. And I'm telling you, once they found out the people who egged Kevin Pattulo house, if they mugshots go up, if you find out these guys that did this, bro, I'm telling you, bro, they're not going to look like they're from North Philly. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, bro. I'm tired of these old legends. I'm tired of these old Eagles legends who never won nothing, acting like they know the recipe to win something. I respect Hugh Douglas, man. One of my favorite Eagles of all time. I respect Shady. I respect D-Jax. But what advice can they give our football team on winning the championship, bro? They can't give that type of advice. They can't get that type of advice. So, but what can they say? LB, we need that tempo offense. The reason we're predictable is because we're slow on the call. Kellen Moore was so much faster. Most offenses are if slow. I agree, bro. I agree. I want to see tempo. I want to see the play get in fast. It's way too often that we snap the ball when the play clock is like under 5. That creates anxiety and a false sense of we have to get readyism because the clock is running down. So somebody might jump at 2. But like I said, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I am 100% in agreement that the Philadelphia Eagles need to bring back Slay. Him being released today, you know what I'm saying, is music to my ears. I would go out there and I would bring back Slay in a heartbeat. Adoree Jackson gets cooked weekly. Adoree Jackson is trying his best out there, bro. He ain't giving up. He just ain't that guy no more. He out there getting barbecue chicken. Slay knows the system. This is reuniting him with his Fangio, his old defensive coordinator. Fangio probably beating on the table. Bro, we're depleted with injuries right now. We're depleted with injuries right now in the secondary. You got to bring back Slay. To not bring back Slay, I don't know if that's a sign of us giving up or not, but to not bring back Slay would be crazy. One of the top 3 content creators for the Birds, and he ain't 2 or 3. Sir, what's the recipe for Monday's game? Can we turn this around, and how? The Eagles will turn this around. I think you're going to see a dominant passing performance actually on Monday from Jalen Hurts. We've played really good in domes this year. You got the perfect passer rating game against Minnesota. You were up 21-0 in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I can see, you know what I'm saying? It's been some ugly weather in our last 4 games outside in the elements, cold weather teams. I think Jalen Hurts in the offense is going to have a day through the air, which will open up the run game. I'm looking for the Eagles' most complete offensive performance this week, to be honest, on Monday night. That's how I'm feeling, man. LB, what's crazy is when we lose, we're the top story in the media, but when we winning, they love cherry picking how we win. They never satisfied, man. They never satisfied. But that's what we have to deal with, man. I am going to give the keys to victory for Monday sometime this week. We got a long week. I need to see what's going to happen with Slay and all of this stuff, man. We got content, man. Content. I'm going to try to get some collabs together this week. We will be hitting up the link up. Today is what? Tuesday. We will be doing the link up Wednesday at 8:30. I'm going to try to see what the Super Friends got going on. I need to get with Philly Mike. We need to make some stuff happen. I need y'all to do me a favor and make sure you like and subscribe. It is imperative, bro. It helps the channel grow and all of that good stuff. So to all 785 of y'all in the building, until next time, which could be tonight, definitely going to be tomorrow. You know, we're doing content every day. I just want to know your thoughts in the comments on what are we going to do? What would you do with Slay? And this hate that's happening with Jalen Hurts, man. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, man. Yeah. Pressure.